Yo, no more Black Tears podcast. Yo, we out of traffic. We at the next light. Yo, it's Mr. DJ Rose in the building. Yo, Verteezy. What's going on, man? How you been?
What's up, everybody, man? It's been good, man. It's been good.
Caesar C's, man. What's going on? What's going on with you?
What's good? What's good?
We got a guest in the building. Verteezy, you want to introduce him?
Yeah, man. One of my close friends, man. Reese in the house, man. What's up, Reese?
Yo, what's good, everyone?
So before we get into the weekend sports like we normally do, for those who don't know, Reese over here is a chef. So my first question for you: what made you want to even get into the art form of cooking?
My older brother, he graduated from culinary school back in 2003. But I started cooking like 9. A lot of people don't know that I was a firefighter for about 8 years. This shit was hell for TC, and some things just changed, and and beginning to cooking and just took off from there.
So how long have you been cooking, and do you even think culinary school is something important to be like a chef or a cook?
Well, culinary school, yes, because it teaches you the basics. But also, with me, I never went to culinary school. And with the work I do, you'll think. So it's great to get the education, but also, it's like, it depends on the person. You want to get that training, good. But if you want to go somewhere else, you still get the same training. Like, different type.
So this is my last question. I'm gonna let Rose and C's open up the floor. What's your favorite dish to cook, whether it's for yourself, friends, or family?
Steak.
How you cooking the steak?
Rare to
I know I had to fuck with you, man, because I see the post you always make all the time, man, about ruining a good steak.
Mine is always rare to medium rare.
Okay, that's how you cooking them.
That's
How
how I'm
you eat
cooking.
them.
That's how I'm cooking and eat them.
Okay. So you say that? So rare or medium rare?
Rare to medium rare.
Okay. So I know rare and medium rare in different countries and things like that is different.
Yes,
So
they are.
so what's your rare?
My
Straight out the
rare.
freezer?
I, Shit, let me tell you something. I would, but nah. But no, man. It gotta be at least temped out to 130 to 135.
Okay.
To me, that's perfect. Now, rare is 120, but like you got some places that will be like, like 90. You gotta be temped out 91, like you're trying to die.
Yeah.
But like real talk, a lot of people don't know that in Japan, they'll eat a medium rare chicken.
Mm.
But over there, like they take care of their animals compared to America. So kind of sorry to say that, but that's honest.
Yeah. Sees?
Yeah, I mean, he easily took away a couple questions just right there. What's something that you cook that you don't necessarily eat yourself, or is there anything that
Deer.
dear?
I'm not.
Not a venison person.
No.
Have you ever tried it?
Yep. I wasn't. No. I got sick.
I can do venison. I ain't. It's, as long as it's cooked right, but as long as it's
Yeah.
butchered right and cooked right, I can do
It's
venison.
crazy. We had that a special at work recently, and I'm like, I sold about 15 in one night within an hour.
What kind of venison was it? Was it like venison steak or what was
Steak.
it? Steaks. Okay.
Yeah. I worked at the Augusta Country Club,
Okay.
so I when we going there, I experienced more. I was a sous chef. I was a team lead at Golden Corral.
Uh,
Went to Top Golf, became team lead, kitchen manager, got promoted to sous chef. So that's really when I became a chef.
okay.
Then
Explain to people what a sous chef is. I know what it is, but
yes.
explain to people what a sous
Mainly
chef is.
a sous chef job is to oversee the kitchen. Mainly dealing with the cooking, make sure everybody doing their job. Now the executive chef, his main job is with the numbers. I dealt with that when I went to a restaurant downtown. I ended up having within like 2 weeks I become the executive chef because my executive chef at the time got fired. Not surprised. But Yeah, so it's like different levels, and it's different levels, and it takes time to like people to understand. Like, just because you went to culinary school doesn't mean you're a damn chef.
No, it doesn't.
No, you have to
Doesn't even
you
mean you
still
can cook.
yeah. Someone could look so pretty, it still be nasty as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I take a lot of nasty shit in my life, and it's pretty as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like cause I made a lot of things. To me, it tastes nasty, but people love it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but it just everybody has a gift. Cold cooking is not for everybody. Becoming a chef is not for everybody.
So when you was a firefighter, did you do most of the cooking there?
Some days, or we just went to get something to eat.
Okay. And another thing, I know Vertiza asked you about what you like, but what's something like when you cooking for just like your go-to, like what's your specialty meal? Like you know how some chefs they specialize
Mm-hmm.
in Caribbean or Asian or American Asian or Mexican
Mm-hmm.
or you know what I'm saying? What's your
Hey
like
man, the
Well, for
words
me,
Patrick Mahomes like fried chicken.
so
yeah, damn well his wife put damn raisins in damn potato salad. I don't hear that shit. But me, I love the barbecue.
Okay.
Like the other day, I went home. Well, sent us home, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll cook the whole damn brisket
okay.
and 3 slabs of ribs,
Okay.
drinking, smoking cigar,
Uh-huh.
and chilling outside.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll test your barbecue. I've had it before, man. So the most important question I have for you, man, like you do catering? And if so, how can people book you?
Yes, just message me on Facebook. And I was telling them straight up, if I'm available, I can. If I can't, I can't.
Okay.
Because with my job, it's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Hey, for those listening, hey, we're gonna put the socials into the link of the pod. So when you go on YouTube, if you need someone to cater for something, we're gonna put the socials in the link for the video. So it's been a long week, y'all.
Yeah. So it all happened in a week.
This week in sports, Bob Uecker, a longtime sportscaster, used to be a catcher for professional baseball,
Actor.
and as well as an actor, passed away this week. Reese, you kind of hinted at it, before we started the podcast. I'm gonna remember him because I remember when I saw a picture of him, I was like, dang, I didn't know he was a broadcaster, And I looked at his face, I was like, he looked so familiar. I had to look him up. I was like, oh man, he was the broadcaster in the major league. For those who've seen the movies, the major league movies, and he actually was in all three of them. He was always funny, always had a drink in his hand, and talking mad shit. So, hey, rest in peace, man. I don't know too much about your baseball career, you broadcasted, but for you to have a 35-year career in the booth and, be in Milwaukee, which is a hardcore baseball fanatic city, you had to be doing something right.
Yeah, I really didn't know him like that, so I looked him up. I was like, okay, Mr. Baseball. Then you see the track records. Just 2 years ago, got inducted into Hall of Fame, won an award with that one. Long career. I mean, to get the name Mr. Baseball means a lot. So I mean, long track record, man. Like, definitely a legend.
Yeah, he was. That John was funny as shit, yo. Like everything he said that came out, like fuck. He just didn't give a damn what he said. But to me, he's one of the goats. That's all I gotta say about this man.
Any thoughts, Jose?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be funny right now. He passed away, so shout out to him and his family. I'm glad to see that people are paying their respects and everything. Like they call him Mr. Baseball. I don't, I don't have any like moments of him, and for me right now, but probably in the future, I probably remember like, oh yeah, yeah, I do remember some of the things, but he doesn't have any calls that's coming to my mind right now. But yeah, R.I.P.
So that's a legend. We're gonna move on to a legend in the making. So Maverick Carter, LeBron James, one of his best friends. Apparently, Maverick Carter and LeBron have gone with a group of billionaires from what I looked, a lot of them are like Americans, like they are different groups, and basically they've already set aside 15 to 16 billion dollars to start an international basketball league that could potentially rival the NBA. I had to read the details because when C's first explained it to me, I was like, well, how would it rival the NBA if it's just going to be an international league? Apparently, it's going to be like the Live tournament for those who kept up with that in golf a couple years ago. They actually are going to try to poach certain NBA players. It's not quite sure which ones they're going to target, but they're going to offer big contracts, more than what the NBA players can get now with the Supermax deals, to certain players to get them to play in this league. C's, what's your thoughts on this?
Um, Maverick Carter is not only LeBron James, one of his good friends, also his business partner. So I mean that's a major factor. Um, when I first said Emirates was going on the coaches' jerseys in the NBA, everybody was like, "Yeah, so what? This is the first step in the sovereign wealth funds of Saudis and Dubai, all those different sovereign wealth nations, like when they start getting these, I'm talking about these big monies. We see what happens if you pay attention and see what happens with what happened with soccer and a lot of the overseas leagues with the FIBA, like European basketball leagues and soccer leagues. Basically, big money came in. So this is potential has to go into this league, and it's not just men's; it's women's basketball too. So it's like they got a big international reach. Who knows? They might have an American league, a European league, Asian league. Every single continent. So it could be a major thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know shit about this guy. This is my first time hearing about him. But hey, good luck to him. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, Maverick Carter, he's mostly the dude who, when you see LeBron James have these TV shows and movies and stuff like that, he does a lot of the business ventures for LeBron James. Um, but I will say this though, Maverick Carter, he has a track record of being successful. LeBron James has a huge track record of being successful, and he's been wanting to own an NBA team. And if them owners won't let him own an NBA team, and he might just say, "Fuck it, I'll start my own league, and we'll compete with y'all, and we'll run y'all out of business potentially." Because it is a lot of things wrong with the NBA. The viewership has been down the last couple of years, and I will say this: if the NBA is like the only league out of the major sports leagues where there's a cap on what the players can make, in terms of you cannot make no more than this. So a lot of these players, we really can't even quantify what their value for a team is, because the fact that someone like John Morant and someone like Jalen Brunson will make the same amount a year because there's a cap, that should let you know how flawed the system is. Like, you can't break no records because of the fact, hey, you can only make this much or whatever. If they can target some players like Vic, if they could target some younger players, like someone like John Morant, some of the more excited players like Shea or whatever, then I could see this being exciting. I think it's just hard because you are basically saying I'm leaving a league that is global, and I got the most fame in. So it'll be interesting to see if they go through with this and how it goes. But hey, one thing we know, money talks and bullshit walks.
Yeah, so like you hinting on what I was thinking, like so, like all these like Jay Z, shout out to Diddy, all the rappers and all the black billionaires and millionaires that they wouldn't let into the country club. This is your time to shine. Y'all can get y'all a team. Y'all can put y'all money up and do big things. And also, they should also have a rule where you can come straight out of high school because you can't do that in the NBA now. I don't know if NBA is gonna bring it back.
It's interesting you said that because that's what the ABA did back in the day to even compete with the NBA.
So those players that don't want to go to college or don't even have to go to college, that'll be another avenue or outlet that they can use even if they just use it for 1 year or 2 years and then go to the NBA. It's just something that and TV people now it's all about the TV. But you see what NFL is doing, the apps are taking over. So they don't really need TNT or ESPN to show their games. they can link up with Prime, or they can link up with Hulu, or they can look
Peacock.
I say fuck it. Hey, we for the
Netflix.
People. We going to Tubi. We going to Tubi for the people.
Yeah, like
put it on Tubi.
Like you got WWE with Raw with Netflix now, so like do whatever.
Put the games on there, and then that'll be a way that they can compete. I'm not sure if that's what they're gonna do, but that's an avenue that they can take.
Hey man, somebody who might try to get in this new league because he couldn't make the actual league, Mr. LiAngelo Ball. No disrespect to LeVar, because he's one of the best celebrity fathers out there. He had 3 boys, 2 of them made it to the league. And
they all made it to the league.
Man,
LiAngelo did make it to the league for a hot second.
Man, you see the way he made them damn pancakes for his children?
I ain't say that.
Man, that shit was good.
But LiAngelo's hot right now. Not for what he's doing on the court, for that song he got called Tweaker, and everybody's heard it. He said, I might swerve around that corner on you.
Whoa.
Shout out to my boy MGH, man. Y'all killing me, man. I feel like R. Kelly interview. You fucking killing me. You fucking killing me right now. Because I'm telling you, C's can attest to this in our little group chat we have on Instagram. This nigga MGH, every fucking day, it's a different meme and video with the song Tweaker. And I had to message him privately saying, yo, you gonna make this the #1 song this year. This song is gonna be this song is gonna be Not Like Us, bro. Y'all keep playing this goddamn song. And this, I think it's just crazy because this is a hood song. And this nigga grew up far from the hood. And it's almost like what motherfucking Rose been saying on the podcast when we first started. The NBA, NFL ain't gonna be no more street stories. It's gonna be nothing but celebrities. And that's how the rap game is turning out. All these niggas who grew up in the hood and grew up eating struggle meals, it's not gonna be that no more in the rap game. It's gonna be these niggas who was already living in Beverly Hills that's gonna be rapping about the lives of other niggas, and niggas gonna be like, yo, nigga, he rapping about my life. Shit crazy, man. Shout out to LiAngelo Ball, though, man. But I ain't listened to the song, but I just know that one verse, I might swerve around that corner on you.
So his real name Clarence?
But yes, his real name is definitely Clarence.
So he
ain't never been a gangster.
So that was my thing. It was like, has anybody at the table heard the whole song?
No.
I only heard that one verse.
I heard whoa.
Is that even a verse or is that the hook?
That's the hook. My bad.
There's verses on it. I can't tell the difference between the verse and the hook. I might swerve on the traffic.
Whoa.
I imagine him going throughout the song. Whoa. I might trash from somebody's head. Whoa. Like.
Yeah, I haven't heard the song yet either. But shout out to LeVar, man. Triple B. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get some of them shoes until I seen the price tag.
Woo! They was he said all 3 of his sons were gonna be stars, and now finally LiAngelo's a star.
Yeah. He wiped the thought. He wiped the whole of the week. But he ain't wife her yet, but he impregnated her, made her a baby mama. But that's the new thing now. That's what his whole like. So
she's a porn star, wasn't she?
I don't know. Her dad ran a strip club. So in Miami. So
she probably got an OnlyFans somewhere, man.
She definitely has an OnlyFans.
So close enough.
Damn.
But yeah, serious note, looking back, you know how a lot of stuff we just look back and we said a lot of shit was corny, in retrospect, and we was we talk shit about it. But what always happens? People take trends from the past. Basically, the shit is cyclical. You know what I'm saying? Shit is cyclical. It's every couple years, shit comes back. Bell bottoms, baggy clothes,
overall shorts, with the polka dots.
All this shit basically comes back. So it's this shit literally sounds like an old song from 2003.
That's what a lot of people are saying, but to me, it doesn't. It just sounds...
it's like a bullshit version of it. Because I literally see if I heard the song and closed my eyes, I'm thinking Flip or Nelly or some shit. But the nigga Nelly fell off for 2 years and niggas was
we need you to be gangster.
We need you to be gangster again. That's I don't know. It's shit's weird. Shit is corny and shit is weird, but I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard it, it was hot, but I'm not.
You didn't even listen to it. You ain't heard it yet.
I'm not. I'm probably never gonna listen to it.
Hey man, something that we're definitely going to listen to and we're definitely probably going to watch.
Whoa.
The national championship is this coming Monday. We have the Fighting Irish Notre Dame facing the Buckeyes Ohio State.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Notre Dame with having their first African American coach.
Big shout out to Marcus Freeman.
Yeah,
Big shout out to
yes,
Marcus
sir.
Freeman.
And it's crazy that he went to Ohio State.
Now he gotta have a chip on his shoulder.
They're like, man, we're gonna take your diploma from you, bro.
Now, I know a lot of people are picking Ohio State in this game, but like when I look at what Notre Dame has did in the playoffs, and me and C's hinted at it last week, I feel like if Notre Dame was to go into the film room and look at the Michigan game and say we're gonna make this a fight. We're not gonna have it in the ring where someone that's 300 pounds and someone that's 150 and the 150 dude can just run around and outbox you. No, we're gonna put it in the phone booth and we're gonna make you throw punches and take punches. If they can make it into no, we're not gonna let you throw the ball all over the place. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna play defense. We're gonna make the game ugly like Michigan did near the end of the season. And I feel like Notre Dame has the ability to do that because I'm gonna be real. I did not even know their corners, like in terms of just the talent on Notre Dame. I didn't know Notre Dame had that much talent on their team until I saw the Georgia game. Like when I saw the Georgia receivers was not separated from the Notre Dame corners, I was like, oh, yo, this ain't the same Notre Dame team that Chip Kelly had. I mean, my bad, Brian Kelly had. This ain't like this nigga Marcus Freeman must have recruited some niggas. Like it's some talent on this team. And then in the trenches, I remember that Notre Dame team that got ran on by Alabama year like back in the day. They got some big ass niggas on Notre Dame. So we'll see how this game go. But I really do feel like if Notre Dame make this a slugfest and make it where Ohio State can't just spread them all over the field, I feel like they can actually do something special in this game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because it's like as much as they're set as an underdog, I just don't think the gap is that much bigger because it's like Ohio State. You see those gaps. I think this is one of them games they're gonna play with chip on their shoulders. They're gonna play well, man. I think they're probably gonna have to pass the ball more than run, but I think they'll be able to spread them out.
I will say this. One thing is this: if they cannot take Jeremiah Smith out the game, all bets off.
Yeah, so one thing about Notre Dame, they run man to man. They say they're not going to change. They run man to man. I kind of like what you said about the Georgia, but Georgia don't have any wide receivers. They haven't had wide receivers in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, definitely not like Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, so for them to lock up them, that wasn't a big deal to me because that's always been Georgia's weakness. It's either the wide receivers and the cornerbacks. It's been their weaknesses. But Notre Dame, they're the underdog. I'm going for them, but I see Ohio State winning just because of politics. Because they made it such a big deal when everybody was like, "Oh yeah, they're everybody's picking." They want Ryan Day to get fired, and they made that a big deal on ESPN and ABC. Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Kirk Herbstreit actually called out First Take, for making that pick, and ever since then, Ohio State been on a rampage.
Yeah. So, and then you lose to your rival Michigan, like that happens. You know what I'm saying? But Ohio State, they got a good team. But I'm hoping for Notre Dame to win. I want to because it's the year of the underdog. You know what I'm saying? It's the year of the underdog.
I mean, to be honest, Ohio State should win this game, and it shouldn't be close because they've been saying this all year if you've been paying attention to College Game Day. Ohio State has the most expensive roster in all of college football with these NILs, man.
Yeah.
Like that, like they got probably, I ain't gonna lie, when the draft comes, they probably gonna have at least 7 people going the first round, man. And that team is talented from the trenches to the secondary to the linebacking core, the running backs, everywhere. You got any thoughts on this game, Reese?
It's gonna come down to the last minute. That hands down, like both teams are good. Even though Penn State should have won, but I'm throwing it out there. But yeah. But anyways, I'm pulling for Notre Dame.
Hey, man.
Rudy. Real sorry.
Okay.
So,
We're going from the championship to games. Is my bad.
No.
We're going from
I'm just gonna watch this one.
we're going from the championship to games that can go to championship weekend. Most people say this is the best weekend in the NFL. Divisional round playoffs. We got some great games. We got Texans, Chiefs. We got Bills, Ravens. We got Eagles, Rams.
go Birds.
We got Lions and Commanders.
Commodores.
You cannot go wrong with any game you pick. And I know a lot of people are gonna pick this game, but I'm gonna pick it anyway. That Bills Ravens is the only game I'll be.
Yeah, I ain't even doing games. I'm just doing my picks. Straight up picks. Chiefs, give me the Chiefs at the Texans. Give me the Lions. Give me the Eagles over here. And then give me the Ravens. Give Lamar the damn MVP. That's it. Mic drop.
Yeah, the only game I'm interested in is that Bills Ravens game, man. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wish that we could just get the MVP trophy, put it in the middle of the field, and let both of them just go at it, man. Because it's very rare. Like we see this all the time in the NBA. Two people who was up for the MVP face each other in a series because it's very the best players are going to face each other. But in the NFL, it's very rare that two people that was in the MVP discussion all year long actually get a chance to face each other in the playoffs
This early.
this early too. But it's not to be the AFC Championship, but it's not to be the Super Bowl. And I actually feel sorry for both of them because one of them got to get knocked out and they're going to have to hear all off season they couldn't get it done. And it's actually kind of funny real quick before I let Rose get it. There's a strong possibility that no matter who wins this game, they still going to get shit talked about them because it's a man in Kansas City who got all these niggas' numbers. So
Taylor Swift.
it's going to be crazy if Lamar and Josh Allen give us the game of the year only for them to lose. Because if y'all remember that Bills Chiefs game back in the day, that when the overtime, that wasn't the AFC Championship. That was divisional weekend. And the next week, Pat Mahomes had Joe Burrow come to Kansas City, and that's when the Bengals beat them niggas. So it'll be interesting to see what happened that game, man. But I'm looking forward to this whole weekend. But that game in particular, I'm looking forward to it. I'm picking the Ravens to win that game. I expect Derrick Henry to have a big game. I expect Lamar Jackson to play well. And I'm going to be real. I think Josh Allen's going to play good, but I don't think he's going to play good enough to get the W.
Yeah, because I think it's going to come down to defense. I believe that the Ravens have a better defense than the Bills do, and I believe that Lamar he's tired of all these voices. He's tired of all these naysayers. He's tired of this everything like, oh yeah, everybody's better than me. Everybody's better than me. Only person that's better than him is Pat Mahomes. And if we just put talking about athletes and whatnot, then he's not better than Pat Mahomes. I mean, Pat Mahomes not better than him, but he's a better athlete. But as far as he might even be a better football player than Patrick Mahomes. But as far as a better quarterback or the best, I give it to Pat Mahomes all day long. He's the GOAT already, and I want to see him go three-peat because nobody's ever done it. Nobody's ever done it. I want to see him do it. But is anybody giving Texas a chance?
Hell no. They dare to be there, man. They don't have Stephon Diggs. They don't have Tank Dell. And Joe Mixon might not play. Hell fucking no.
Okay, so do y'all feel that the Lions game and the Washington game is going to be close?
Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely close. Jaden Daniels going to put on a show, and I'm going to be honest, I hate it for the Lions. I can see the Commanders winning that game.
I don't think that game's going to be close, and I think that's the only game that's not going to be close. That game's not going to be close.
So Lions going to blow them out.
Lions by 15. Lions by 2 touchdowns.
That defense going to have to stop Jaden, man.
Lions by 2 touchdowns.
Lions by 2 touchdowns. I gotta agree with Bert on this one. I want to see the Commanders beat. I want to see Daniels like rookie of the year type.
I'm be honest. That's probably gonna be the highest scoring game of the weekend. If I'm being real, I think that's probably gonna be the highest scoring game of the entire weekend because the Lions defense we've been talking about all season has been atrocious after these injuries.
Mhm.
The Commanders' defense doesn't have no stars, even though Dan Quinn is a good defensive mind.
Yes.
Long as Jaden Daniels plays like he's been playing all season, how are they gonna stop him?
Man, it's going to be 28-3 at halftime, and then the Lions up 28-3 at
We
halftime,
bring up that Atlanta Falcons score.
and then the Lions going to score 28 more points, and Washington going to score 3 more points. It's going to be something like that.
So Daniels ain't gonna have no rushing touchdowns. You don't think he can run from the 20 to the end zone?
He's going to score. He's going to score. McLaurin's going to score. But that's going to be it. It's going to be 35-14, something like that. And everybody else, all the other games, I got the Eagles. They keep talking about the Rams. They got the best. When did the Rams have the best defensive line? Y'all ain't said this all year. Y'all ain't said this all
What the
year.
hell did they say?
Well, I can chip on this one. It's gonna be snowing in Philly already.
We're
So-
playing-
In Philly,
They're playing in Philly.
They're playing in Philly snow, so it could be anybody's game still.
But Rams.
No, the
Oh,
LA
yeah,
Rams.
it's
playing
over
around.
with. It's over with. Rams
Run
lost.
the damn ball.
Yeah, I see Sean McVay having a good game plan, but I see the Eagles winning that game easily.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure out that when all of a sudden one of the best defensive tackles retired, and now all of a sudden they got the best defensive line in football. All of a sudden,
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. I will
The
say
last
this.
2 weeks.
Shout out to Gerard Verse. He did make rookie defense player of the year. He was a great pick for them on the defensive line, but I wouldn't say best defensive line in the league.
that's all I've been hearing all week long. I'm like, where is this coming from?
Last 2 weeks
Where
they've
is this
been
coming
saying-
from?
Yeah, I don't know how.
And they still
When they made the
got-
playoffs.
They still got to stop Saquon.
And
When they made the playoffs.
And the thing about it is,
Hard.
he talking about, oh yeah, they got the best defensive line in the league. But the last time they played the Eagles was this year, and Saquon had 300 yards total yards.
Yeah, one of his
Exactly.
touchdowns was a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
So it's
that
like,
was one. That was one of those
on
games.
this on this same line. So like, just because you play good for 2 weeks doesn't make you
What that mean?
the best
I mean, shit.
defensive line in the league.
So hopefully there's a lot of scoring going on this weekend, man. So for a lot of people, the whole purpose of taking a bitch on a date is to score. TNT, y'all.
Dynamite.
Don't matter what the game thing is, win or lose, you gotta win.
A win's a win, dude. A win's a win.
3-0, you win.
A win's a win.
So this woman was on a podcast and she was talking about the dating scene in Dubai. And she was disclosing that, hey, yeah, a lot of these restaurants in Dubai will tell these pretty girls, hey, I'll pay you money for you to bring a dude here, have him pay for the whole meal, and I'll give you a commission or percentage if you do that. You get a free meal and you get paid for bringing a sucker to the date. Man, I got tears, man, because this just show you the game is getting more fucked up by the second. Like at first it was just like, yo, bitches is just trying to get a free meal on your ass. Now it's to the point these companies are helping these bitches dig in your pockets. No, bruh. These restaurants. Imagine if you took a bitch to Juicy Crab, but Juicy Crab told the bitch, hey, have this nigga spend at least $200 here, and we're gonna give you at least $50 back.
That's a lot of crab legs.
Like, yo, bruh, these companies is in cahoots with these bitches now. And now these American bitches gonna see that shit, and they gonna start thinking that shit. Hell, they might be doing the shit already. I don't know.
They already doing that.
But y'all got tears.
They already doing that.
Yeah, I got tears for this whole situation too. It's like, what in the world is really going on? Like, but I got tears, man. I think it. Is the restaurant manager or something reaching out to these hoes on their Instagram?
They reach out on social media somehow.
And like, hey, come see us. And if he pays, like, how do you even know he's paid the whole meal? Like, who knows? Money is money. So who knows? Like,
probably the waiter or waitress, they probably keep up tabs. They probably say, hey, this is one of our clients. We want you to monitor this table closely.
No, bro, probably it is. they got their own hoes that they send. Like, hey, you go get a dude and make him come and take you, so spend some money here.
Sounds like prostitution with extra steps.
Yes,
Shout out to MGH.
that's what it sounds like. I got tears.
Scandalous shit though, because it's like literally hey, bring somebody here, make them order the most expensive stuff, or you order the most expensive stuff. So it's like, hey, I'm gonna take it.
They doing that.
I'm gonna take them to Ruth Chris, but it's the restaurant though. The restaurants ain't.
The restaurant's not doing, but the clubs do.
So I'm saying, clubs, you
The clubs
expect
do.
a restaurant? Not really.
The supper club.
But I mean, it's Dubai. I mean, what do you expect, man? This shit like Vegas.
What you think, Reese?
A lot of people don't know Dubai is cheap as fuck.
Okay.
Like the person who runs it, like I think if anybody saw photos from like the early 80s and 90s,
Okay.
it was probably like Augusta was bigger than that shit.
Yeah, it was right.
Then it just grew
Right.
bigger and bigger. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would love to take my wife there one day. I can't afford the shit right now, but like that would be a spot where, like, just to get away from the kids, fuck on the balcony. You know, just do your thing. You know, just have a good time, enjoy yourself, be grown. Fuck them kids. That'll be the.
Hey, Reese,
I love my teenagers, but you know, fuck them kids.
You got tears or no tears?
Let's see what my liquor say.
Let's pay some bills real quick. Shout out to Uncle Nearest. We're sipping on the Uncle Nearest. What we sipping on? What's Uncle Nearest be sipping on, Reese?
Oh, we sipping on the highest one, single batch, 121 proof.
Okay, shout out to Uncle Nearest. You know we always do black owned.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
damn sure they hit $1 billion this year.
Juice
yeah.
Man, tears or no tears?
I can't handle tears for that shit, man. It is what it is. That's the hustle, man. And women's gonna be women. You know what I'm saying?
So they was talking about black-owned liquor. So the first black-owned mall, Kingdom Corners, owned by Felicia and Winston Elbert, was established in Fayette, Georgia. And they didn't even know that they did a thing. They just wanted to just create something. And then they was told by the mayor and other people, yo, did you know this is the first black shopping center / mall, you know, in the country? Tears of joy, man. Because I've said this on the podcast the last 2-3 episodes. You know, from 2024 to 2025, it's crazy. And black people respect what we are doing, respect what we have done. Because for it to be 2025 and we still got black people doing first, creating first, it tells you how much we've been through as a people, the fact that we are still creating first moments for our people. So shout out to them, man. Hopefully this inspires more black people to try to, you know, go in their communities and build stuff. Hopefully this inspires some of these millionaires and billionaires in the black community to establish stuff, because we don't just need black-owned malls. We need black banks. We need black schools. We need black hospitals. We need black stuff for our people.
Yeah, that was Killer Mike. He swept the Grammys last year. You know what I'm saying? He was part of starting the one of the black-owned banks. So we do have one, but we need more.
Facts.
And black-owned schools, hospitals, HBCUs. That's been a thing, but we need support from all the black billionaires and millionaires.
Morris Brown, man.
You know what I'm saying? To do the thing. So I got tears of joy too. Like, I just want to know what stores they got in there. Like, is all the stores there from black-owned clothing lines, you know, jewelry stores, things like that. Is everything in there black-owned, or just the buildings owned? And even if it's the buildings owned by a black person, I think that's cool too.
That's dope.
So,
hey man, the real question a lot of niggas want to know, that got Popeyes or Churches in there, man?
they better have both.
Both of them?
With an F.
Both of them.
I'm not gonna lie, them damn Popeye wings. Oh, shit, bro. Hey, that buy one get one free on DoorDash.
This is how they're gonna do it. The nice part of the mall gonna have Popeyes, and the more sketchy part gonna have Churches.
Well, you know the Augusta Mall got Popeye, damn it.
See?
So you mean it's gonna be like a strip mall where they got that one security guard on one side?
That swole shit for no reason.
But nah, congratulations to them, man. They actually own a couple other spots. I want to say they own like a Dunkin', one of these main fast food chains they own, plus a couple other businesses like a laundromat or something. So it's not their first venture, but I mean, their first venture this big. Congratulations to them. I mean, we need more of that. It's somewhere to start, man. It's definitely a great place, great thing to see.
And it's fun. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Martin Luther King, man. You know what I'm saying? His birthday was yesterday or the day before yesterday. You know, shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday.
So shout out to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? All the strip clubs and all the clubs. You know what I'm saying? They're having the Martin Luther King.
Oh my God!
On the weekend,
Side
bouncing
note,
that thing.
Side note, y'all need to stop making these damn club promotions, bruh. I done seen some ridiculous shit with it was Martin Luther King with the
free at last, to shake that ass.
Stop hating.
Jesus Christ.
Hey y'all, let the white boy say nigga. So there's this rapper, Leacavelli,
who the fuck is that?
in North Carolina, who made this song saying, "Let the white boy say nigger." Yo, we've talked about the use of the N-word on the podcast before. C's, what's your thoughts on this song? Which, by the way, for viewers listening, because someone might comment, yes, the song is 6 years old, but now it's gaining notoriety.
Who the hell is that?
This, if you had to ask me, like,
it's an underground rapper from North Carolina.
Yeah, and this is like some stupid ass meme song, like just let the white boy say nigga. Like, no, we're not. If you ask me, do you want anybody to be able to say it, or either everybody can say it or nobody can say it? Fuck it, nobody can say it. Let's just get rid of the word. But like, why do people like? Why the fuck do we feel? Why do we have to always let somebody have some shit? We're the most like forgiving, allowing people in the shit. We just let people in the shit in the club. Let people in the club for no fucking merit. They're just gonna walk around, take a word, just run around. I got tears because this is the same conversation we keep having.
Yeah. I got tears too, but the white folks did make up the word. We just took some letters off of it.
You wanted to trail like white man, Big Daddy?
So
I say all that now.
Like they did make up the word.
That's why they want to say it. They feel like it's their word.
So I think we should stick to crackers. I think we made that word up. So
saltine.
So crack the belt. So we should all niggas need to say cracker all the time. And you see the white man, what's up, my cracker?
Yeah.
What's up there, buddy?
Yeah, man. I ain't got no tears, man, because hey man, if I gotta take the stance that you took, C's, either no one can say it or everyone can say it. Fuck it, everyone say it. But let's make something clear. Just cause you have freedom of speech, don't mean you have freedom of consequences.
Or you
if you want to go in these streets and say nigga around black people, there's some niggas, and I said this before on the pod. MGH, he one of those niggas, so it's D Will. You can call them a nigga to their face. And they gonna just say cool and walk off. But see, you call someone like Juice Man a nigga to his face, you might get slapped inside your head. So just understand, there's different black people you dealing with. So, hey man, hey, let the white boy say nigga.
Shout out to Big S Plug. What he say? Your favorite rapper? It's levels to this.
It's levels to this. Let the white boy say nigga. And if the white boy gets slapped upside the face, don't come to his rescue.
Reese, what you thinking? Tears or no tears?
Fuck that. No, you don't need. Hell no, I'm not. When the shit's about to happen, Monday.
Oh yeah. Side note. If you didn't know, inauguration is on Monday.
Martin Luther King birthday.
And they doing it on the same day that we're celebrating his birth. Because his birth, we don't celebrate his actual birth, but they. So yeah, crazy times.
It ain't the first time though, but it's just the fact that it's just
him. That's what it is. It's just him.
Yeah. So
you can't fucking say that you love black people but you support a racist. Fuck that shit.
Hey man, like I just said, man, you might get slapped upside your face. Hey, a nigga might just say, "Fuck it, I don't fight." They might just pistol whip your ass. So there was this woman who was online. And she basically was hyping him saying, I'm going to beat this bitch ass. She got ready to beat the bitch ass. The bitch apparently pistol whipped her so bad that the before picture, she was a baddie. The after picture, I thought she looked like the hunchback from Notre Dame.
Ooh,
I need
wow.
to see that picture.
She was horrifying, man. It scared me. It was a thing of nightmares, man. I ain't got no tears, man. Whenever you get ready to decide to fight somebody or have an action against someone, be prepared for anything. It's 2025. Niggas don't fight no more. A lot of these niggas will pull a gun out and shoot your ass. This ain't 1975 where niggas was pulling out switchblades and stuff and just stabbing you and saying, I'm gonna cut you. When the last time you heard a nigga say, I'm gonna cut you? Like, niggas is not cutting you. They ain't putting on no dupes. Niggas is straight up just shooting. So, hey, that's on you, bitch. You came there. And secondly, how you just let a bitch just pistol whip your ass? Because it ain't like she just put the gun on you and shot you. She still technically fought you. She just fought you with an object. So, yeah.
But you know how hoes pull up. They hop out the car, pull their pants, do the little pants, and they do that stance, hopping, and that little two-step like Bugs Bunny, and then the bitch.
That's the problem. She was getting ready, and the other bitch was already ready. You ain't got to get ready if you come ready.
That's what I'm saying. But people should know, not have enough sense to know nowadays when you run up on somebody, don't come to nobody's house because you don't know what they coming outside with. Don't meet up with nobody somewhere. And when they say it's on site, you know it's on site. So what the fuck was she expecting?
Yeah, I got tears because I've been watching Daredevil. I just finished season 1. I'm on season 2. But he's the one that always come to a gunfight, not even with a knife, but with a stick. And then when he get pistol whipped and gets shot, his friends be like, "What's wrong with you? Why you keep doing this to yourself? Why you keep doing this to yourself?"
He hit in the one on.
Oh yeah, now he get fucked up now. He get fucked up
a lot. So he's always going to gunfights with a stick.
Nigga be having pools of blood.
So it's like, and then one time he got shot in the head. Luckily he survived, but his friend was like, "Why do you do this? Stop!" So shout out to them, man.
Well,
like don't come to the fight with the stick. You when people got pistols, you might get hit.
Reese, what you think?
Fuck around and find out.
Hey, we gonna find out Monday.
Shit.
Man, what we talking about?
Woman got pistol whipped trying to, fight another bitch.
Man, but that one, man, man, it's okay. Y'all really, I don't know y'all backgrounds, but I take it like a lot of y'all never been in the streets, and it's been plenty of times. I say about 3 times I've been in fights with niggas with pistols, and I'm about to go overseas. Like, I'm really about to go to war for the freedoms that you pissing away. And I'm out here fighting you with a pistol in your hand. That's being a man. But some niggas are some hoes.
Yeah, that's just like,
you know what I'm saying?
Our next topic, you know what I'm saying? People getting killed, you know what I'm saying, in the city, you know what I'm saying? Vertizi.
So unfortunately, we've had a couple killings in Augusta the last week and a half, man. So 22-year-old Terrence Ramon Walker killed an employee at the smoke shop. And then Antonio Serrero Williams killed one of the owners, a 74-year-old lady at a convenience store / gas station, by pushing her when he was trying to steal some stuff and she was trying to stop him. I got a tier and a no tier. Like, I do have a tier for the smoke shop worker because when you come to work, we all work, at regular places. And you're working at a gas station or fast food place. You don't expect someone to come there and just, take your life when you're just at work or whatever. So that's very unfortunate, because that individual went to work that day, did not expect to get killed.
Which one was this?
I'm talking about the smoke shop.
Okay.
Now, as far as the 74-year-old lady, Hey, I'm not gonna say it's good that she passed away. I'm not gonna say I don't care. But if you're at a gas station and someone pulls a gun on you and says, "Give me all the money," like Vivica Fox was told, what's the procedure? There is no procedure for that shit. You give them the money because I'm not finna die for this company's money. When if I get killed, they're gonna find someone else. So like you got insurance for a reason. You're the owner. This nigga is stealing chips, water, Gatorade, beer, whatever. Guess what? You let him go. You're an old, feeble lady. You let him go. Let him steal the shit. Don't try to stop him.
So this happened in Augusta?
Yes, this happened in Augusta.
Yeah,
So the first one,
so
how
this
did the person die?
both of them happened in Augusta. Both one got. So I got tears for both the situations. The old lady that got killed at the gas station on Deansbury Road, that happened. It actually happened last year, but they just now saying that because it was a 13-year-old boy that did it. They're just saying that he's gonna be charged as an adult. So people are kind of outraged, but he's gonna pay. He's gonna have to pay the price. But for her, like if they wasn't that bad, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Let them have it. Like they were trying to steal beer. It was him and two other little girls. They ended up getting caught, but she ended up dying from her injuries because he pushed her down because she was an old lady. Now, so she's supposed to let him have that. Now, the other situation on Lumpkin Road in Augusta too. This happened this year, and they're like that was. I want to say that was the second or the third murder already this year.
Friday. It was past Friday when it snowed. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then they robbing the smoke shop. Like, man,
Smoke shop
on Lumpkin Road.
It hasn't been opened up for like what 5-6 months.
Okay.
It's just opened up.
What's the one I heard about the dude that got shot in the face?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but because this is the. I think that this one is like the second or the third killing that got in Augusta this year. But you know what I'm saying. But it's a sad situation, man. So I got tears, man. It's like people in the city, like this is a good community, and people are just doing the most just to do the most. Like some of the stuff you ain't even got to be doing, but I got tears. C's, man. What you got, man?
Yeah, I got tears, especially for the guy. You know, this dude's just trying to do his job. You know, ended up getting killed. You know, robbed or whatever. And you know, it happens. It happens a lot of places. But I mean, nobody's expecting to, you know, leave from work, taking the trash out or whatever, and you know, get stuck up or whatever. So unfortunately for that one. And then the second one is I can't really have tears. You know, unfortunately for the lady. But I mean, at the same time, it's like you know how old you are. You know, she should have probably. It probably would have been advised for her to try to stop the boy, and at the same time, like you should have just. You know what I mean? You got to accept what you did. You know, it's like you ended up killing her, and like the two other girls with him. It was like a 13-year-old boy and two little girls. And like they should all be charged if they're gonna do it. So I mean, somebody ended up dying at the end of the day. So it's like I'm not gonna say.
I don't think that little boy snitched. Did he snitch him out? I
don't even think he.
I
I don't even think he would. I don't think he
snitched
would.
him
But
out.
it's like I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, they should try him as an adult. Somebody ended up dying, man. So it's consequences to what you know what happens.
Any thoughts, Reese?
This tears all over because like this hits home for me. Just because I think I told you about this that I came home from Philly. And I found out once I got back into Augusta, 6 o'clock in the morning, my cousin was murdered. So it was like I really don't want to talk about this subject right now. Like this subject because it still bothers me a lot.
That's real, man. That's something we forget about when things like this happen. We think about the victims involved, but these victims leave behind families, man. So, you know, when you do decide to do what you're doing, just remember, man, you're potentially taking someone away from their family and their loved ones for a very trivial reason. I don't know what's wrong with these people in Augusta. I don't know what's wrong with all these killings. I don't know what's wrong with these niggas. I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, y'all.
What's wrong with him?
Bertie, tell us what's wrong with these hoes this week, man.
So, We talking about church folk, y'all. And we know people in the black community love talking about people at the church. So there was this pregnant teen, that was asked by the pastor, that was told by the pastor to stand in front of the congregation and apologize for getting pregnant, as well as they canceled her baby shower. Now, someone then made a video trying to shame the church, shame the pastor, and then next thing I know, I get another video I see where this woman is on the news talking about how she was being chastised for not paying her dues at her church, which her church requires $50 a month to be a good member, and I want to say the words they use, to be a member in good standing, as well as to have a vote. Pay $150 for the Mount Moriah Day, $250 for the anniversary, the church anniversary, for the youth members, $5 a month, and both events I just said, the youth members are supposed to contribute $15 each. C's, man, we talk about the church a lot, man.
That church ain't about shit.
What's wrong with these church folk?
Reese started off right. Basically, in that sentiment, it's like anything outside of tithes is an offering, is giving. This is a lot of this is one of the problems a lot of people have with the modern day churches about money. You see all these big mega churches, Joel Osteen, Oral Roberts,
Creflo
Dollar, Jordan. What's the dude who had like the
TD
fakes, TD Jakes,
Mr. Diddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but it's a lot.
Creflo apologized though.
He did,
you
but
get Creflo class because he actually apologized and explained what he was doing was wrong.
You still know better though. Like as time goes on, it's like it still goes on, and it's like
he apologized.
Any church who sits there and tells somebody, "Hey, you should be giving all your money to the church because I need a jet." Why does the pastor need a jet?
He wasn't saying give all your money to the church. Creflo Dollar is one of the real ones. Like he was like, "Yo, my teachings were a little bit too extreme." You see what I'm saying? Like he let people know, like, I apologize. Like I didn't know people was out there giving their last. You see what I'm saying? And he actually apologized to the church. So when he did that,
how do you not know that you got members that if you actually
knew a mega church,
if you actually knew your congregation, but that's when you have deacons and other people, other pastors within the organization when it's that big. So I'm like,
if you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
But my main point is they're teaching people, give your last, and it was like this whole prosperity preaching. And
it works different for different people.
You got different sects. You got fire and brimstone, prosperity teaching, and all this other stuff. But my main point is you have a lot of problems with the modern day church, which driven people away, which is like the main core is like, what are people coming to church for? People are coming to church because they're seeking the Lord, they're seeking help, they're seeking saving their soul, and they're seeking community. But a lot of that's gone out the way. So it's like I can see why people, and then it's like if in an instance where the chick got shamed in front of the church, it's like, all right, if this was a thing they do, they say, all right, we take everybody's sin, we put them up in front of the church, and they say, hey, everybody's gonna testimony. Hey,
how old was the girl?
She a grown ass woman.
She was teenager. I don't remember the exact age. It was just she was a teenager.
See, for something like that, I really can't shame the church for that because it could have been a small church. I don't know how big this church is. I don't think it's a big church.
But even then, that's like who's gonna do that? All right, brother Jenkins. Brother Jenkins cheated on his wife last week, so we're gonna make him go in front of the whole congregation and apologize.
To be fair, some of these, if you read and hear some of these stories from people who was Jehovah's Witnesses and some of these they do that at some of these places, man. They do that. When you do certain things, they do it. I've heard stories that's so bad at some of these places that, like, if a woman files for divorce or a man, whoever files for divorce, they will literally do this. Okay, cool. You can still be a member of this church, but you would sit in the back for all the services, as well as no one from the church is allowed to speak to you. And so you got to understand the environment too.
I don't like church that much.
I get that, but I don't think they were doing that because it's like literally, I want to say the outrage was she had a friend or a cousin that got pregnant too, and she didn't have to do that. So it's like, if you're gonna do that, make it accountable for everybody. But all I'm saying is, my main point is, stop making this bullshit up. Follow the actual word of God, and don't just be.
So you want to stone gay people then? Like I'm just
not saying that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
But it's
that.
still the word of God. Let's stop all that Old Testament, New Testament. It's all the word of God.
Okay, Old Testament.
I'm saying that stop doing bullshit interpretations. Is what I'm saying. So if you believe that, if there's people that in the church, they want to agree that, hey, we should shame you, and you want to be subject to that, do that in your church. And guess who? Guess who has the choice to stay there? That person. Yeah. So if you want to stay there, I'm not doing that. So
hey man, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. You got a choice to go to the church or not, man. I'm be real, man. When I heard it was $50, I might be the only nigga at the table that feel like this. Oh man, I get off good. Because it's supposed to, last time I read, you supposed to be doing 10%. So like for you, huh?
It ain't 20.
No, it's 10%.
That's always
it supposed to be 10%.
Always been 10%, man.
So let's do the math. If you're doing $50 a month, and that's 10% of what you making in a month, then that's $500. So I doubt you making $500 a month. So it's like the fact that we're not even saying, yo, let's give, and the whole reason of giving 10% is to what Juiceman said. You're gonna have some members not making shit. So you only making $700 a month, and man, just give 70, man. But then you got these members that's making, $10,000 in a month. All right, man, go and give us a band or whatever. But the fact they just saying, man, everybody just dropped 50 in the bucket, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm real. MGH knows how I feel. Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with people paying tithes, man. I feel like we need to pay our tithes, man. Like in my church, my uncle's a deacon. He'll hit me every once in a while. Be like, yo, you got any money this month? I shoot him the money or whatever, because the lights still got to get paid. The water got to be running. Exactly. The church be buying food for people to eat. Like a lot of times people go to the church events, don't even contribute to the food, but they still get one to two. I know motherfuckers that would take 2 plates home or whatever and say, I'm taking these plates home for people in the family. Like Juice Man might have a wife and kid who could then go to church that Sunday, and the church let them take plates home to them. Then another thing that people don't know the money for, it's for the sick, it's for the shut in and sick. Right. So you got people that's in the hospital at your congregation and they can't pay their bills or they lost their job. So Reese, you hurt your back, you can't go to work for 2 months.
That's a good thing.
Your church is supposed to contribute to you not doing that. But guess what? If we are not all contributing to our church, guess what? There's no money to pull from. Where do you think the money come from? Exactly. The money don't come from the government. The money don't come from the pastor. And at the end of the day,
church ain't taxed,
your pastor is not supposed to have a job.
Church ain't taxed.
If your pastor is a school teacher and he's a pastor, he can't even do his duties as a pastor. Because do you know what your pastor's supposed to do? See, it's 2 a.m. You need to talk to your pastor because you feel defeated spiritually. You're supposed to be able to call your pastor 2 a.m. But if he got to get up at 6 a.m. to go to work, you can't do that.
That's one of the other misconceptions. There's always been working pastors from biblical times. So there's always been. There's also been those ministers that go from basically traveling around. So I mean, I'm not arguing against you. I'm
just saying, like, if we talking about you got a home church.
What I'm saying,
this is your home church. That's supposed to be your pastor's job. Your pastor's job is supposed to be able to attend to the congregation.
It's a certain. But if you have a mega church, it's delegated down.
It's a certain percentage.
Even at regular churches, every month, like I said, my uncle is a deacon, and he broke it down to me. Each deacon has a select few members. Yeah. And not all deacons do their job now. But you've got 10 deacons, and let's say you got 700 members, each deacon got 70 members they're supposed to call every month. Hey brother Norm, you ain't been in church in a minute, what's going on? And you might say, well, my wife been sick, I got this going on, da. So then that's when they'll pass on to the pastor. Who you think the pastor gets information from when he says, y'all pray for brother such and such, they got this going on. Y'all pray for sister such and such, they got this going on. Like, all this is important, man. Church is supposed to be integral to the Black community. It's supposed to be integral to our families.
It used to be.
Like, pay your part. I'm not, like, don't pay your last. But don't feel like, man, I'm going to church. Church supposed to be for free.
Also,
Like we spend money on bullshit. We'll spend money on bottles of alcohol. We'll spend money on weed. We'll spend money on sections in the club. We'll spend money on hoes. We'll spend money on food and shit. But you can't contribute $50 to your church. Like, so my question is, your soul ain't worth $50 of salvation a month.
So there hasn't been a pastor that hasn't done the same thing you just said.
Yes.
So
I don't want my pastor to be clean. I want my pastor that been
No. I'm talking about now, the position he is in now.
Man, let's not try to make it seem like
I'm
all
talking
pastors
about why
are committing dirt currently.
There's a lot of them though.
Yeah, but time out.
When it's become
there's a lot of cops that's bad. There's a lot of lawyers that's bad. There's a lot of doctors that's bad. It ain't everyone though. There's a lot of chefs that don't wash their fucking hands when they cook. So what? I'm not supposed to go to no restaurant because I see a lot of chefs that don't wash their hands.
I wash my hands.
So your excuse, my excuse for not going to church is, oh, there's these 3 pastors on the other side of Augusta. They got the girl pregnant, the fuck someone's wife. Nah, man, you don't go to church for the pastor. You go to church to hear the word of God, man. And if you read your word, God can use anybody. And that's the whole purpose of reading each story. David wasn't a saint. Solomon wasn't a saint. These people that God used, Noah wasn't a saint. Noah was a drunk. He was a drunk. What did Noah do? He saved us.
That's why.
So you want the pastor to be perfect? You looking at the pastor more than the man now. Now, when y'all say shit like that, you're looking at the pastor more than the man.
Hold on, we're looking at the church as a whole entire organization, and it's not just this is supposed to be the body of Christ. So, are we looking at church as the body of Christ?
I don't look at the church as an organization. I look at it as literally, this is where we come to worship and build camaraderie and fellowship and have family, bro. That's how I look at church. Now, if you want to look at it like an organization, that's on you. Now, as far as the teenage girl, I'm gonna keep it real. I like the fact that they did that because we gotta stop promoting some of the bullshit, man. Like either we gonna be the word of God or we not. It's that simple.
Do it across the board. Then. That's all I'm gonna say. Do that across the board.
I agree with that. But my point is either we the word of God or not, man. Either we gonna promote certain stuff if we Christians or we not.
But I also will say this:
I'm not a Christian.
Then that's cool. Then hey, Juice Man, I'm gonna tell you something I told MJ. I respect that because I'm tired of these fake motherfuckers who would say I'm Christian, but then want to speak, but then want to speak shit that's not what Christians do. Just say you're not Christian, or just say I don't believe in God. I can respect that. But don't say. But
I'm a Baptist. I'm not a Christian. Christian's too hard. Christian, you walk like Christ. That means you can't drink liquor. Christian can't smoke.
Let me tell you, out of all the religions, if you read it, Christianity is the best religion because we one of few religions. I don't have to talk to a priest, man. I don't have to talk to a priest. I can literally just pray to God and get forgiveness, man.
You're really
you can continue to fail.
Walks like Christ. If you don't walk like Christ, you're not a Christian.
A Christian strives to walk like Christ.
No,
but we all understand we're not perfect.
That means you can't smoke. That means you can't drink. That means you can't cuss. That means you can't look at hoes. That means you can't watch TV. That means you can't talk on the telephone. Like, bro.
Open the floodgates of heaven.
We're permissible. We're not fucking Christians.
At the end of the day.
Only Christ, Jesus Christ, was a Christian. He was the only one.
He's the only perfect person.
Thank you.
In the world. At the end of the day, we're all sinners. I drink. I say fuck.
I smoke.
I like to fuck. It was. Oh, like I ain't know y'all.
I just want to say, we do understand drinking is not even a sin, right?
It's not.
The sin is getting drunk. That's the sin.
That's the sin.
But have y'all read the word? Y'all know why that's a sin? The reason why that's a sin is because Noah got drunk and his son saw him naked. And your son is not, and your kids are not supposed to see you in that state. This is what I mean. When you actually read the word and you understand this shit, some of the stuff you just hear online, you understand, oh, damn, it's okay to have a drink. It's not okay to get drunk and get outside of my natural body. That's not okay.
Okay, Deacon.
All I'm going to say is this. This is my main point. So, if you look at the body of Christ or the church as an organization, you got two different types. You got two definitions of the church. You have the physical church, like the state, like, hey, the Catholic Church, or hey, Jehovah's Witness, whatever denomination. And you have the actual body of Christ, the spiritual body of Christ, not a physical building, not saying like, hey, I can say, hey, let's meet up tomorrow and we're gonna have church. That could be church. Literally could be church. So all I'm saying is we need to get back to the actual true definition, like biblical definition of church is what I'm saying. And with that said, money involved, be good stewards of money over everything. Not, oh, this church is gonna go buy a jet. Or hey, it's like, hey, helping.
What's wrong with church having a jet? If the church can afford a jet, what's wrong with the church having a jet?
Need a jet. If you legitimately need it,
what about a helicopter?
And you're doing things.
What's wrong with the church?
Like it had helicopter. Like you actually.
Can I ask a question? We don't say nothing about a billionaire having a jet. We don't say nothing about
because he's a fucking businessman. What the?
But I'm saying, like, if the church is doing stuff, let's say if the church is doing stuff in Ghana,
nobody's gonna have anything.
I'm just saying because TD Jakes talked about this. He goes to Africa and does stuff for his church.
Jakes sound like a devil.
He does missionary stuff. I'm just saying. I'm taking for word.
And then they talk about, oh, we're gonna buy a well drilling machine in Africa.
All I'm saying
when
is
they build, they are very
they
build one drill
of these churches and
one
these pastors,
drill, one well.
But then we praise these billionaires and all these other motherfuckers. Like, yo, why is it wrong that a pastor got a nice car because he got a congregation that can afford to have?
If he made that money off of book, there's literally pastors that have book sales. Like they made their money.
Why he got to make a money? Why can't he just make the money off the congregation? Supposed to pay his salary. Why can't he just have a big congregation?
Why
and
you got members of church when they ask you like, "Hey, pastor, I'm doing bad right now." Why can't they say, "Hey"?
That's not all churches, man. That's not all churches.
I'm saying right now, if I go to church and I'm down bad, I'm like, yo, I need some bread.
I can't need for help.
And I'm gonna keep real.
And prayer. And prayer.
And in the words of the good church, I'm a witness to. I've seen my church do things for members in the church that literally have been out of work for months.
That's a good thing.
Because we took up collection for months for them. So that's not all churches. No church is perfect, just like no family is perfect. But just to make it seem like, oh, because these churches over here doing this, not all churches doing that.
It's just like, hey, we always say, what do we say? I always tell you, I hate when people speak in generalizations. This is one of them times where I'm saying, hey.
But even with that being said, are you going to church for a man or are you going to church for God, though? Like, who are you going to church for?
Even then.
Because I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave it alone. I just saw an episode of The Jeffersons. And like literally the older black lady, I forgot her name, there was a pastor that ran off and took the money of the church and she was ready to give them on the church and her pastor apparently had moved to another city. She came back to the church and she was like, I'm finna give them on the Lord. Her pastor walked up and said, yo, what's the problem? But he ain't like you. He ain't like you. Like you was this, you was this. So what? You was believing in more than a man than you God? Like what are we doing here? Are we just so frivolous to the point where it's like, because this individual's flawed, my faith in God, my faith in my religion is now broken? Because that when I hear shit like what you saying, C's, that is what I hear. I hear people that do not have a strong faith and literally base it off of other people. And if that's how you base it, and that's how you base your faith off, then you've never had faith to begin with.
I'm gonna end mine off on this. God is not in a building. God is not in a single place. So if you're going to church to find God, you can find God.
You don't go to church to find God. You go to church to fellowship with other people that believe what you believe. You go to church because you have
making the same point.
You have individuals
Are we not making the
who
same
have
point?
studied the word.
Are we not making
and
the same
can break
point?
the word down for you to actually understand it.
Are we not making the same point? That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't condone that. Not go to church shit.
I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying you're not gonna go just because you go to church. You're gonna find God, and that's the way to go. Oh, you should go here.
You might find God if you go to church. If you go to church enough, you might find God.
At the end of the day, it's just a building. Real shit. At the end of the day, it's just a building. You can praise God anywhere you want to. You can drive to work singing, it's your granddaddy, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Sorry to say it like that, but like, God is everywhere. And for those who are looking for him, you just gotta have faith in yourself. At the end of the day, like, that's all I can really say.
Hey, Rose, close us out with your final thoughts on that.
Man, y'all did y'all thing on that one, man. But for me, I think that if that what if that what you believe in and if that what you want to do, then you should do it. As far as somebody making you do something as as a member or as a visitor, hey man, you got to look in your own heart and see is this what I want to do? Because can't nobody do when that's the thing about religion and the thing about life. We all have choices, and you have a choice to do what you want to do. So if your choice is to not do that, then you have a choice to not do that. And if something that you believe in, to say if you don't do this, then you might not have the benefits and reap the the everything that comes along with going around with it. Then you have to deal with that too. Because I remember one time I went to a church and got kicked out because when my kids were younger, they was moving around a little bit too much, and I was there with them, with all four of them, and they was just moving around too much. And one of the deacons or one of the ushers was like, "Hey, you got to go." And I was like, "Dog, I ain't never got kicked out of church." And I got kicked out, and then when I got kicked out, I told the person I was visiting, I was like, "Yeah, man, they kicked me out. Like, you know what I'm saying? They said my kids were just doing too much." And they was like, "Oh wow." And then they talked whatever. But then a couple years later, then that guy died. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
my God.
so
Okay.
Preach.
Goddamn.
Okay.
things happen. You know what I'm saying? But
Like we
we in church right now. If you ask me,
That's right.
we in
spreading
church
the
right
gospel.
now.
We spreading the gospel.
So
God, but I'll show you to kick
No.
my people out
So
of
one
my
thing-
house.
Yeah, but one thing about God, don't be all this, oh my father. No, he's like, you want to be straight up, like real shit. Like, what's up, nigga? Hey, God, what nigga? Like, shit like that, you know?
Hey man, properly said, man. So on to our last topic, man. You know, God was there for all of our births. He's gonna be there for all of our deaths. So, you know, this man was basically saying, your 2025 is going to go. However, the movie that basically was the biggest box office movie the year of your 10th birthday. Now, you know, because I did, you know, the courtesy for you, Reese, to look it up. Now, for you, it would have been Independence Day. That was the biggest movie of the year for your 10th birthday.
That's scary.
But on your actual birthday, I don't know if you know this movie. The movie The Rock on your actual birthday was the biggest movie. Like, you got any thoughts on that? Probably Independence Day. I know you like that movie, probably.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move. That was a pretty good move for me. No lie.
So you gonna say with some aliens?
Hell no. Let me look this shit up.
we're not from Atlanta. We're from Augusta aliens.
Nicolas Cage, they escaped from Alcatraz. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, so what was the movies for you?
So, Lethal Weapon 2.
Okay.
So, I think my favorite one, I want to say is 3, but there's like 7 of them. So, the one I remember the most is like 5. But Lethal Weapon was a great, and it had a gap on the next movie. Like, I think they had like a $50 million gap between the next movie. I forgot what it was. And then, like, 10 years later, 2002, Spider-Man. The first, if you remember, yes, what's his name? Tobey
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, that.
The first Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay,
The very
that's what's up.
first Spider-Man. I was like, damn, this is the same year Lord of the Rings came out, a Harry Potter movie came out. It was so many movies. We're like, damn, these are some classics. So, I mean.
That Spider-Man movie was classic, though, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I just looked up my shit. 1996. Nutty Professor.
That's a good year.
Mars Attacks. Dang, these some sucky ass movies.
That's a good year, bro.
The Fan. Well,
So
Wesley Snipes in
those are all after Independence Day.
1996.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore. That was a pretty good movie. Real shit. And
So what was the number one movie? Number one movie was Independence Day for 1996.
Yeah, when I looked at it, it was Independence Day.
for 96,
Yeah, it's 96. Independence Day
You
was
had,
the number one grocery movie.
you had Set It Off. Shit, that's pretty much it. Like, it wasn't much in '96.
You know what? Honestly, I think we should actually just name the ones that pop out the most to you. If you want to do top 5, just name 5 that pop out to you. Because going back,
we don't want to do that because that wasn't the topic of discussion.
So for me, the 3 I had, the number 1 movie the whole year of 2001 was Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone. Now, C's know this. I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
That was the first one or the second
The very
one?
first one.
Okay.
So, like...
That food was good as fuck, man.
Yeah, like, I don't want my year to be like that because he basically found out he was a wizard, but then he found out that he had to kill an evil wizard. So that was a weird one. The biggest movie domestically was Musketeer, which was actually kind of cool because basically, D'Angetan, for those who know the Three Musketeers, that's basically what it is.
That was a good movie.
He basically showed that he deserved to be a musketeer. He became the 4th musketeer, so basically he got a promotion, and the evil person basically died. So, hey, I might get a promotion this year, man. And then the last one was American Pie 2. Basically, for those who know how that one ended, the girl he basically was fucking with at band camp came back to his area to visit him and actually ended up becoming his girlfriend or whatever. So, hey, man, could get in a relationship. Who knows? So that was the biggest movie globally, though, and that was actually on my actual birthday. So Harry Potter was just for the year. Musketeer was the biggest one domestically on my birthday, which is the 12th of September, and American Pie was the biggest one globally on my actual birthday. Which I'm gonna be honest, I was actually surprised that these movies did as good as they did because in 2001. The day before, we had 9/11. So I'm surprised people was even going to the fucking movies the next day.
Yeah, so
I was in class.
In 1991, the biggest blockbuster movie was Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
So what, nigga, you gonna go back in time now?
Hey, I don't know. It's gonna be Judgment Day this year. but you got to remember, you got to go back to my final thoughts of 2024.
Judgment Day is Monday.
I actually said, like,
people just people.
People just people. It's Judgment Day now. Like, we cutting people off. Like, if you're not with it, then you ain't with it. If you ain't with us, you getting cut. So I don't really have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Terminator 2, it was kind of like I don't want to have to terminate people, but that's what's gonna happen. We already talked about this.
Is that the best one in the franchise?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I can't really say because I haven't watched none of them in so long, so I don't know. So, but and like in December, the best movie that came out in 1991 was Hook.
Oh man, the Peter Pan
movie.
Yeah, so
Robin Williams.
So nigga, you finna drag some little kids somewhere with you?
Hey,
to
man.
Neverland?
What were you saying? F them kids.
So you finna fuck them kids?
F them kids.
Jesus Christ.
I said it. Final thought 2024. People are just people. Kids are just kids. F them kids. Hey, it's Judgment Day. All your suckers and all y'all simps. It's Judgment Day.
Rufio.
So I'm telling y'all now. It's Judgment Day for all y'all suckers and all y'all simps. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's what it is.
Hey, Juice Man, was you able to find out any movies for you?
Yeah. Top ones was Home Alone.
That was a good one.
So you can be Home Alone this year?
I don't give a damn.
Oh, okay.
Driving Miss Daisy.
So you be driving an old white lady around?
Hunt for Red October. What's another one? King of New York. There's a whole bunch of, dope ones I've seen.
Yeah, three of those four, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen them. I haven't seen the Hunt for October, but King of New York, nigga, that's some gangster shit. Nigga, Goodfella, nigga. You can join the mob.
And Lauren Fitzgerald, he's from Augusta.
Oh, yeah, shout out to him.
But the number one overall, Ghost, nigga.
Whoopi Goldberg and the white nigga?
That came out in 1990.
Hey man,
That's good.
hey, Master Pictures is a motherfucking goat now.
Okay, then, nigga. I don't know what ghost gonna come visit you, nigga. Please don't be around me when they come visit.
Well, they visit me every night. I don't give a shit.
But if I had to pick one, man.
You don't have to pick one. It's just that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Whatever the numbers was that year.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be Home Alone.
Home Alone. Okay, Kevin.
Okay, so man,
This
it was a good episode, man. Man, shout out to you, Reese. Man,
appreciate you.
next time you come through, you got to bring us some food. You brought us a nice bottle, but you got to bring us some food next time.
Don't tell me that. Y'all gonna have a fucking smorgasbord and fuck with me.
Yeah, we don't you see the big man over here? You see 8-Ball MJG over here sitting over here on your right side.
Oh,
We go eat. So
See, you got any final thoughts? Juice Man, final thoughts? Any final thoughts on Reese?
love one another, man. Like, don't let this shit that's about to happen on Monday affect your life. You gotta keep moving forward. Fuck everything. Like, wake up in the morning, say fuck it. Be you. Don't try to impress nobody.
I feel you. We left that in 2024.
Yeah, man. My final thoughts, man. Y'all hinted at doing the pod, man. You know, MLK. We celebrate his birthday this Monday coming up. His birthday actually just passed a couple of days ago. I just want to say I've talked a lot the last couple episodes about racism, about black people, about things going on to us. Black people, I was just sent a video of someone who did not know who Malcolm X was. We got to do a better job as a people to research people in our community, to read literature, to watch movies, to watch shows about our people. We have our phones, which are basic computers now. There's no reason for us not to know a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to tell you, one excuse I don't want to hear in 2025, I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch it because it pisses me off. I'm be honest, it should piss you off. It should piss you off to to find out that Medgar Evers was shot in his fucking driveway with his wife and kids watching that shit. When you realize and you think to yourself, his kids are still alive. And they can remember their daddy being shot in the driveway for fighting for freedom. It should piss you off that Dr. King's kids was sitting at home waiting for him to come home. And he still got kids that are alive. One of them passed away last year. And they had to find out from their mom that their dad got shot and killed. Like, that should piss you off that Malcolm X was murdered and he still got kids that are alive. So when you think about some of these leaders that was murdered back in the day, and when you think about some of these black women and you hear certain stories of black women who was raped for just going to certain towns and stuff like that, it should piss you off. And hopefully it pisses you off enough to want to be an engine for change and want to do something for your people. Because if your mentality is, I'm just worried about me and mine, you sending us back. We got to come together as a community, man. So, in the words of Airbnb and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.